basically then we can manifest all these powers. That the divine works through us, and once the divine works through us, we can achieve the states, and because basically we become fit for the union with God, basically, or universe, or whatever you will call it. But I call it God because he's the creator. Here it is another example on meditation practice, that purification practice, or where you join the energies male and female in the sexual organ and you raise it to the top, and it described very, very beautiful. You see how the energies basically are shown. Very good picture. Another example, a great example, is the figure of Hercules, which many have known as this demigod who was half divine, half mortal, which is basically a representation of us men, who have the divine within, and basically have the choice to become gods or basically to become mortals. And all our goals are basically to become immortal. That is our main goal. And the path towards it is described very, very well in the story of Hercules, of how this demigod did 12 labors of hardship, and at the end of the 12 labors he became a god, a sun, basically radiating full energy. And I'll describe here in this picture on how he became. So he was a demigod, was born a demigod. That is basically the story. Who catches the serpent? And the serpent here, it is a representation of time. I do think it is a representation of time and of his control, I would say, over energies that are in his body. And the serpent here could be also a representation of your spinal cord, which is where the energies, where the female energy basically stays. And here I will show, it is shown exactly on how Hercules saves the divine feminine, which that is shown, that enters into us. And as I've shown, described in my video, that we understand God as a female divine energy, which it should enter into us in order to fully become immortals. Basically, that is the union with it. And take a look at this. So Meg, representing the divine feminine, dies. So with Pegasus, through the eyes, basically, it doesn't go in time to save it. Very, very good representation of how things work.
No.
So basically, then what does he do?
Let me show you around.
He goes to Hades,
Well,
and he sees what?
It's a small underworld after all, huh?
Hades here represents the death, the process of which the spirit goes through in his afterlife. And here, what is Meg? The divine feminine. And what does Hercules do?
No. Mustn't touch.
He tries
you
to
see,
save
Meg's
it.
running with a new crowd these days, and not a very lively one at that. Once. Is there a downside to this? Going twice.
And here he tries to go there.
Okay. You get her out. She goes. You stay.
See, he takes a leap of faith into the unknown.
Slip my mind. You'll be dead before you can get to her. That's not a problem, is it?
taking a leap of faith to save the Divine Feminine. And there, in the uttermost moments, just before he becomes old and dies, the Divine Feminine makes him immortal.
What's the matter with you, sister? The thread won't cut.
Yeah, right. And what does he become? A son, immortal. Now he is joined with the divine.
You can't be alive. You'd have to be a god.
God.
Hercules,
On
you
how
can't
he
do this
defeats
to me again.
what? Death.
Okay, well, I deserve that. Herc.
The story of Hercules.
Your dad, he's a fun guy, right? So maybe you could put in a word with him and he'd kind of blow this whole thing off, you know? Meg, talk to him. You know, smooth.
So basically, this is on how a great story on how men become God, on how Hercules becomes God, and everyone has watched it when we were little without understanding it, on how truly, on what truly it is. Hercules becoming God. So this is another anime which shows exactly on how the shaman here joins with the divine spirit. It enters into him and transforms him into a god with divine powers, etc. Which is basically an anime, but represents the truth of our reality. Another great anime, the Seven Deadly Sins, and this character is Escanor, which is what a very weak character, which he can easily be defeated, but once, and he is dependent on the sun, because the sun is the divine, and the divine, once the sun enters into him, transforms him into what? In this muscular giant man, the most powerful character in the anime, who basically becomes immortal at the end, and who defeats whom? Death, the evil guy. And this is our goal, every human's goal, to become like him, Escanor, a divine being. And Escanor, another anime, which shows who? All Might, which is this character who possesses all the hope that exists in the world, enters into him and transforms him into whom? This great, the strongest character in the anime. Again, the divine enters into man and transforms them. This is the great wisdom that is being displayed here and in every anime, everywhere. The divine that enters within us, union with the divine. Another great character that everyone has seen, Son Goku, Saiyan, which basically are these beings that can transform themselves once the energies enter into them, and manipulating the energies, they work with them to transform themselves into this yellow-haired, blue eyes, green eyes Saiyan, and with all these powers that every human has, and every human can transform. And this is such a great way to display this mystic work, the magic that surrounds us. It's just fascinating. Of course, with all the other Saiyans, that what do they do? Transform. And what are these yellow-haired? They are immortals. That's what they are. That's what they truly are, and what the anime is displaying. And what is our goal is basically to become some radiating full energy immortals. and I'll be talking and showing more and more videos regarding this the apotheosis of man, but this is just an intro into this subject. And please let me know in the comments down below what do you want me to discuss next. If you want me to touch a particular subject, meditation practices, etc., let me know. Join me in Discord, and don't forget to subscribe.